hello, whoever's there. You are backstage at the Widdershins broadcast. Okay. Nobody's there. All right. Okay, hello, YouTube. You are backstage at the Widdershins broadcast, which starts in about 4 minutes. So you get to see all the magic. I almost did. All right, who we got in there on YouTube? Let's see. TikTok, we got a few people too. Hello. You are backstage at the Widdershins broadcast. We are getting ready to interview Starr and Ravenhawk in about 3 minutes or so. You are using too much memory. Okay, well, all right. I don't know how I'm using too much memory. I guess I got to clear my cache on TikTok. But hello, TikTok people. Yeah. Keep giving me likes. It's great. Follow if you're not following. Hello, Attitude Caffeinated. I am barely caffeinated. Starr and Ravenhawk gets up early. I'm barely having coffee. Don't remind again today. Thank you. I don't know what that is that I'm using too much memory. Is it because my old phone? I'm not sure. But these days we are doing the podcast also on YouTube and TikTok. So our guest will not be on camera. Yes, this is Widdershins Live. Well, it'll be live in just a couple seconds or about 2 minutes. But yeah, we're doing it. On YouTube and TikTok as well. The guest will not be on camera until I figure out how to do that. I'm sure there's got to be some way to bring somebody on camera on YouTube, but I've never seen it done. So if you know how to do that on YouTube, let me know. Hello, Uncle Birch. Hope the day is easy and the coffee is strong. Oh, the coffee is strong. Let me tell you. Hey, y'all. Hey. Might not be able to see all your comments, but I'll try and keep track of all of them. I got the laptop here, got the phone over here. The guest will actually be on speakerphone underneath the microphone. Kind of low tech, but we get it done. Okay. Okay, so we got Lightbringer D on YouTube. How are you? I got a bunch of people over here on TikTok. How you doing? I get a lot more followers lately with Candlegate still going over here at TikTok. Funny, I posted the same video on YouTube. It's just not causing a stir. God, I look so pale on YouTube. I hope that's not how I really look, man. I look whiter than white. Over here, I'm olive skin. Some comments in live were filtered to protect the community's experience. Really? Already? That's cool. Uncle Birch, if you're just joining, we're getting ready to do the Widdershins broadcast in just about a minute. We are in the middle of our WitchCon marathon, where we are on almost every day and sometimes a couple times a day to attempt to interview as many of the WitchCon presenters as possible. And we're going live right now. Hold on. And the Widdershins theme. Now, people have asked, hey, why the music? Well, music is so I can share it to 100 Facebook pages at once. So now I'm going to share the YouTube to Facebook. Then I go to my phone. I find it on Facebook and share the shit out of it. There we go. While, of course, changing the song. Come on, baby. Get out of the way. Mystic sister and you gone through puberty. You think you might be pagan and you want community. You meet a sex magician, he tells you how it will be. And he claims that the door is locked, he only has a key. He claims that he's an elder, but he's only 33. He's got married, he married Angelex to blessed be. He says you best get used to it, it's part of our religion. You think he might be full of shit, but you're a trusting pigeon. He brings you to a circle and the priest gives you a shove-in. Says we like polyamory and lots of carnal loving. So if you fuck my friends and me, we'll let you in our coven. And if you want a family, we'll put one in your oven. Witch war, witch war, witch war, witch war, witch war, witch war. Is he a lady cobra, just a soldier in a witch war? You think we get enough grief from Christian right-wing preachers? We shouldn't have to bite each other like some feral creatures. I hear there's trouble brewing with the Boogans and the Wiccans. They're sacrificing values instead of little chickens. And some folks scare the new age kids because they're easy pickings. Bunch of pagan characters right out of Charles Dickens. But I thought being pagan meant we all should get along. And that every path has value and there is no right or wrong. But every time there's power, there are always those who grab it. Someone comes along and takes a whack at Lord and Cabot. Some other fool shoots back like Elmo. Hey, how are ya? They end up coming off like Lou Costello and Bud Abbott. Wage war, wage score, wage war, wage war. All right. Yeah, I got a lot of hate from the candle post. Right. Behind the scenes at the Widdershins broadcast. And they were polyamorous, and soon they found another. And then a jealous friend of the third woman's exes started raising magic and casting nasty hexes. So everyone found out just what power over sex is. Looking at each other like Tyrannosaurus Rexes. So free from harm must only be the law. And if you've got a problem with that sticking in your craw, then maybe you're a power monger trying hard to squeeze us. And you will not be welcome here until your witch war ceases. Everybody must be free to do as he she pleases. No matter if they follow Satan, the Bible, Jesus. Wage war, wage war, wage war, stage war, wage war, wage war. Trying to make life mature, trying to trap us in a witch war. Wage war, are you a big predator? Wage war, tell me what's it all for? Wage war, and who's minding the store? I can't take Starr.
Hi, Michael.
Hi. Here we got about 1 minute and 20 seconds, and then we'll go live. You'll hear me do the intro and talk about you and all that.
I thought you said 1 o'clock Eastern.
No. The Starr? Yeah, no, it was supposed to be
12:35 right now. I thought you said 1 o'clock
I think,
Eastern.
well, you said.
Okay, I was in the middle of making breakfast. Okay,
Okay.
Let me stop. Let me.
All right. Yes, Widdershins. It's okay. We will get it done.
Okay, sorry.
No worries.
I'm going to my bedroom so that I thought I had time and I'm going to get something to eat. I'm getting, ready to eat and stuff like that. I'm like, what is this call coming in?
All right, I'm going. Okay, I'm going live.
Okay.
All right, the Mothers, Fiona Horn's all-girl punk band from when she was like 18. One of the things we have permission to play. Then we heard the Daryl Hallmore Orchestra with the Widdershins theme song and his redo of the classic Witch Wars song. Widdershins, radio for your spiritual side. A twisted approach to the left-hand path and all the paths in between. And we are in the midst of the WitchCon marathon, where we are attempting to interview every WitchCon presenter that we possibly can. Now, there's like 100 of them, so I don't know, we're not going to get them all. And, some of them don't answer our call in the first place. We're kind of controversial people over here at Widdershins. But one of our favorites, and somebody I work with a lot, that's going to be presenting at WitchCon is Starr and Ravenhawk. Starr and organizer and witch. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Happy to be here today. How are you doing?
Good. Happy to have you here. It's one of the few days I don't have to be all bundled up in the backyard. It's kind of nice out today. Got a bit of wind on the mic, but yeah.
Awesome.
I think we're supposed to get in the 70s tomorrow. Something like that, but I think it's going to rain too. I imagine you have snow and all that kind of crap.
No, there's no snow here as yet, but it is cold.
It is cold. Wow.
Yeah.
So you, we're talking about WitchCon, but you organize all kinds of stuff. Tell us some of the other things you do.
Well, I do. I run my Academy of Pagan Studies, which I have classes run every 2 weeks here, at least twice a month. And all day long, different classes back to back, first degree, second degree, third degree, that kind of a thing. Because we ordain people. So we have to have these classes to be able to ordain them at the end. So there's that. And then we have Witches Fest that we run every year. This is our 12th year of running Witches Fest. And you're usually part of Witches Fest as well.
Yeah.
Other presenters and things like that. So it's wonderful being in our 12th year of running this. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, I should ask, you're not waiting on an email from me, are you?
I don't know. We still have presenters coming on every day. So I haven't gotten yours yet. So yeah, you're going to have to do yours.
Okay. I'll look for the email request or something. I remember last year I lagged for a very long time. I don't want to lag. It's like what, July, right?
It's July, yeah. Okay. July, I believe. I didn't even come prepared for that. July 7th, I think. 7th and 8th, I believe. It's this year we're not doing all of Friday and things like that. This year we're doing Friday at 8 p.m. We're doing like an opening ceremony, and then Saturday in person all day on Astor Place from 10 to 5 p.m., 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday all day on Astor Place. And then on Sunday, we're doing the online workshops with presenters all day long till 10 o'clock at night. And so we'll have presenters as well as performers. We're going to have, I don't know how many workshops. I think like 60 or 70 workshops this year online. And we offer free workshops on the Saturday. I think about 12 or 13 of them. on the Saturday in person.
Mm-hmm.
And we're offering ghost tours and seances and things like that online. So it's going to be interesting because we're trying to give it a different theme and a different, heading beginning this year. So we want to make it fun for people to be online because, people want to be outdoors and about.
Yeah.
So we want to make them happy to be part of it still,
Yeah. Well, I've often wondered because I usually do the, digital part. Is like, are there people sitting in a room somewhere watching that up in New York? How's that work?
Not in a room. No.
Okay.
If we're doing online, everybody's online.
Okay.
If we're doing it in person, nothing's done online. It's all done in person because it's too difficult for us to run both of them at the same time. We've wanted to do that, like have it where people can be, I guess, kind of be part a bit of the Saturday event, but it's very difficult to do that because we have so many things going on. Like we've got performances going on, workshops going on, many people happy to be out and about, be outside with us and things like that. Rob Zombie, every now and then, he lives in the neighborhood there. So every now and then he would most years come by with his wife and look at everything and kind of walk around. So it's kind of busy and, outside for us to be able to make people online be interactive with that. So we haven't figured that out yet.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, the reason I definitely wanted to bring it up is because there was controversy last year. There were some protests, and I saw you pop up in some, mainstream news sources being interviewed on that one.
Yeah. We the Christians started out a few years ago coming. They were basically they protested any pagan event at all held in the city. And they would show up from all different states and show up there and protest. And the last few years, there were little sporadic things, and we got the police to remove them and things like that. But this last year was not good. There were at least about 25 to 30 of them came in from different areas, and they were protesting, and the police did not help much at all. So we have a few legal things in place that we're getting ready because we're not going to allow this to continue the way they've done in the past at all. So now that we know who they are, we can put in place like orders of protection and things like that. So we're working with Selena Fox with Lady Liberty.
Oh, there. Ooh.
Yeah,
she knows how to handle this shit.
Yeah, exactly. So we're working with a few people to try to figure out how can we combat this because it's as if they feel, I don't understand the logic, as if they have all the rights and we have none.
Exactly.
And continuing to say it's their free speech. I'm like, yes, it's your free speech, but you are invading on our free speech and our civil rights.
Yeah, how would it be if we showed up outside their church with a bullhorn?
To invade on others and push your rights onto them. That's not what free speech means.
Absolutely.
And that's what they've been doing. And you are not the only religion. You're not the only people. We share a world with many people with many different ideas and thoughts and religions and ideologies. And how dare you try to make it other things? You know what I mean? So it has to stop. They have to realize we have that right. We are considered a religion legally on the books, on the law, via the Constitution and everything else. And we have the right just as much as they do to live and breathe and free speech and everything else. We don't go to their events. We don't expect them to come to ours.
We just, I had a Christian on TikTok was asking pagans, what we would like Christians to know about their religion. He was really, nice guy about it. And one of the things that I said in there, I said, in all the years of strife between our people, we never did shit. When the attempted genocide of pagans worldwide, it's like we never did anything to anybody. We didn't blight the harvest or curdle the milk or make the cow die or any of that fucking shit they conjured up. It's like we're just minding our own fucking business, and they come around fucking with us. The same thing, same shit, different stink, man.
Exactly, and I'm just like, when does it fucking end? It's just like, what the hell, we live and let live and let live to us too, but I guess it's kind of like live and let die with them.
Yeah. Well,
you know, they want to live, and everybody else's version of ideologies or religions must die in order for them to live. You know, we live and share this world. It does. You don't exist like that. You have to coexist. You know,
absolutely. So, it probably wouldn't be too hard to scramble up pagan drag queens. You really want to piss them off.
I'm like, you know, bring the pagan motorcycle group or bring the pagan sword-bearing people. I don't care, because I am tired, you know. So I'm just, you reach an end of your rope with them, and that's what I've done. I've reached an end of my rope with them, because they really believe that they have all the rights and everyone else has none.
Yeah.
Because they protest against, I believe it was the Jewish people in somewhere in Brooklyn. They had their outdoor celebration for their Sabbat, and they protested them too.
What the
so
hell?
You're basically saying that it's not just witches. You basically are saying that no other religion is allowed to be in this country but Christianity.
Well, and they culturally appropriated their religion from the Jews. And the pagans.
You know, I'm just like, you know, I don't get it. I don't understand your logic. You stole from every other religion and created your own. You stole everybody else's own.
Yeah.
Or served to everybody else's own, and put together your religion, and then you want to snuff them out now that you've taken what you needed from them.
Well, you know, I don't know if you heard, I think last year at Cauldron Fest, that really horrible pastor Greg Locke he was having some sort of revival nearby, and they formed like a mob to march on Cauldron Fest, which is an outdoor festival in Virginia, I believe. And it was heavily populated by the Norse pagans, and the security there was the Norse pagans. So as you can imagine, it didn't go well. And word tell, they were chased off. They ran from the place. The whole Greg Locke's whole mob. I don't know if Greg Locke actually came with them, but he sent them down there to harass people. But they had a private campground that they couldn't get into.
So they Cauldron Fest got them to leave because of the Viking gang or whatever it was.
Yeah, the Viking. That's what they said. I mean, I'm sure.
Come on down to us. Everybody come to us.
Yeah.
And help us out with that, because we want to have it legally set up, as well as, because I don't think they think legal laws work for them.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they defy the laws and do still whatever they want. So, you know, I want to see what else we can do legally, if we have to do order of protection, so that they stay a certain distance from us. Whatever it is we have to do, we want to do.
Well,
and I'm glad that Selena Fox and Lady Liberty League is helping us with that. But, you know, again, I'm all for motorcycle gangs or of any type that's pagan, or sword-bearing people, or Vikings, or everybody that's pagan heading under that heading that wants to come and help, or pagan friendly that wants to come and help, that to protect. We would love it, because you know, hey, live and let live, you know.
Well, I'll send you some contacts of some Norse pagans if you might want to be presenters or something. You can get them over there. I have plenty of time for that. I know plenty of the Norse pagans. And I just want to pause for a minute, because so you're on audio, but I'm also on camera on YouTube and TikTok. And to the TikTok witches, I want to explain some things, what we're talking about. Selena Fox started the Lady Liberty League to defend our rights in like the 80s. Lady Liberty League is the reason that we kept our religious rights. The Lady Liberty League is the reason that we have a pagan a pentagram tombstone in our military graveyards. The guy who died, you might recall, was named Patrick Stewart, not Captain Picard.
I know who you mean.
But what I always remember his name because of that. And she led the fight, and she has led so many fights, and they have a legal framework, like people can seek them out and get their help. They have lawyers. They've been doing this a very long time. So if you ever really have a problem with your religious rights as a pagan, you need to contact Selena Fox and the Lady Liberty League. I'm sure if you just Google the Lady Liberty League, you'll get it.
actually circlesanctuary.org.
Circlesanctuary.org. And they've been around awesome. Forever.
They're very helpful. And, you know, between them and the League of Awareness, because of that, the League of Awareness, I think Selena Fox was part of the League of Awareness, and they were the ones that got us on the books as a legal religion for the right to us to be public and to be able to celebrate publicly, and all of that was done, I think, with Clinton. Clinton was the one that signed in, that into the books for us. So I'm always grateful for all those people that went before us.
Well, I think it was 1984 Wicca became federally recognized.
I believe so. That was Clinton. I remember it was Clinton. I don't know if that was him in 1984, but I remember he was the one that signed it on the record, because then Bush tried to take it away.
Yeah. Well,
then he came in. And he was denied that because they were like, I forgot who fought back and said no. I think, again, it was Lady Liberty League and the League of Awareness that said, we have the right to have our religion just as much as you do. And they were able to fight back against Bush with trying to overturn what Clinton had done.
Yeah. Somebody's asking in the chat room, Circle Sanctuary. Circle Sanctuary. Check them out. You know, look them up on Google.
Yeah,
and so you brought up Bush, and I love to touch on that because I have a long memory, and a lot of people don't remember when George W. I forget which Bush we're talking about, but George W. ran on the platform of taking away our religious rights. He called us irreligious, which I didn't know was a word at the time, and all these other things. He was courting the evangelicals, and that was apparently really important. And then at some point, he got focused on the Muslims and forgot all about that. Thanks, Muslims.
He did try.
He did.
And Lady Liberty League and the League of Awareness fought against it and marched against it and got us that. So these people like Selena Fox, Lori Cabot, and those of the Awareness League, we are on their backs in that sense legally of the things that they accomplished for us to be able to be front and center and legally have the right to come out in public, whether it's at our jobs or whatever it is, because a lot of us still hide our religion from our, if they're a judge or a lawyer, they hide that from people because they feel like they'll be persecuted. And yet they live and work with people with their crosses wearing, as Christians, and they're able to do that. And we're not that me, because I'm always been in the closet. I just wear it. I don't care. But, I feel very badly for many people that I know that cannot do so because they're afraid of being persecuted in their jobs. And that is not right. We are legally a religion.
Yes.
And Clinton sided in and fought for us to have that right. And then Bush, right after Clinton, when Bush, I think it's a younger Bush, of course, went in right after, and you were right, he did, went in, with the Christians or evangelicals, trying to get our religion out of the books. And he came in trying to do that, and it was fought against, and he was able, I guess, sidetracked with the Muslims and everything. There's always an other that they have to go after, always an other, you know?
Yep.
So, yeah, that was not good. But at least it was able to, it's on the books. And it's great to have it on the books, So, hey, I'm happy for it.
Well, and we you gotta push your rights, to keep your rights. Yeah. You gotta push them. Now, back when I was a cop and a pagan, some people disrupted a ritual we were having in a public park. Chodes throwing rocks and calling us Satanists and stuff.
Wow.
I walked over and arrested them both under Section 302 of the California Penal Code, which says disrupting any religious rite, any religious ceremony is
I wish
a
people
misdemeanor.
Would just do that. I wish they would just do that, because you're disrupting someone else's religious right. You can't do that and think that free speech or free whatever. Not if it infringes on other people's rights and free speech and free civil liberties. It does not make any sense. But they seem to really, at least in the era that we are in right now, they have more rights than we do. At least that's the way it appears.
Oh, I've said this before. As soon as they were able to cite not making a cake for a gay couple as a religious right and taking away women's reproductive freedom in the workplace and on insurance plans and that kind of shit as a religious right, we lost it all.
Yeah. And I would not be surprised if they try again to remove us from the books as a religion.
Absolutely.
I'm not kidding, but the way that we I see this whole thing about pagans in general, anyone under the heading, and when I'm saying pagans, I mean pagans is the term for anyone who is not of the big four religions. So if you are any that does not say, you know, Jesus Christ is your only savior or whatever it is, or their particular God, if you are not of those religions, you're considered pagan. That's what the word pagan means, nothing more. So when I'm saying it, to hear any pagan that is part of the parties or political parties that are going after different people's rights and taking it away, I wonder about their mentality, because if you can side with people who, they're taking away other people's certain things, but at some point they're going to come for yours. And ours has been on their minds for a long time. They object to us being on the books as a legal religion. So they will come after ours eventually.
Yes.
So don't side with them. And then when they suddenly switch to us, you're going, wait a minute, not us. Yeah, okay, it's always been there, and it's always going to be. So at some point, they're going to turn that on us. So either pick a side, but you can't be on the fence, and you can't pick a side that is going to eventually, you know, for a fact, if they're othering other people and other groups, they're going to other you at some point.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Absolutely. That, you know, you weren't ready. We're totally ready. We're talking to Starr and Ravenhawk, one of the presenters at WitchCon this year. We'll do the full plug soon, but you check it out, witchcon.com, and I'll read the full announcement in a few. We're talking to Starr and Ravenhawk. Now you're like in the city, New York?
Yes, New York City. I live right like 5 minutes across from Manhattan. 5 minutes across to Williamsburg Bridge in Brooklyn. But yes, New York City, and front and center. And I don't know how much longer I'll be here, because I want to buy some land. And there's a few of us, about 8 of us so far, that we're going to buy some land a bit out of the city, about an hour and a half out, and kind of form my own little circle sanctuary or circle, you know, something. We're going to form our own little village.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Is the shop Enchantment still around? I think it was East Village or something.
Yeah, it's moved down. It used to be on 9th Street, East 9th Street, between 1st Avenue and Avenue A. Now I heard it's moved down to Avenue D. I am not sure, because I do not usually patronize that store. But because I have my own, nothing against them or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, just saying that. So
I don't know anything about them. I just
ill of them or anything. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I have my own, so I have no need. But I believe that they are on Avenue D, I believe now. So, or just Google it, I guess, and see where they are. I don't know. I have not. I just heard someone say that they moved. Rents are very high, so the rent between First Avenue and Avenue A would be way higher than Avenue D. Let's see, something like $9,000 a month to like maybe $4,000 or $5,000 a month. So it's a big difference in drop in rent. So I would do what they did also and move to somewhere that would be less rent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to me, that's the reason I closed out my my physical brick and mortar store, because I was just like, there's no way. We don't make the kind of items that we sell in small amounts, or that we sell, period, are not the greatest for New York City rents. It's to be able to sell that much of it to make the rents that high that they make it. $9,000 a month on stuff is not the coolest. No.
Yeah. I mean, maybe in Salem you could, or in New Orleans you could. The shops do pretty well, but yeah, there's just only so many. like my shop was geared towards practitioners, and there's only so many practitioners, you know, in any small town.
Well, that's the thing. You can't, and that's the thing. I don't think any pagan shop necessarily or witchcraft shop can survive if it's just only for practitioners. It has to be geared towards the muggles more, I say, because business. But then I'm a business major, so to me, you never gear things towards us because we think we know everything. You know, most practitioners think they know everything and they've got everything, and so you know, I would gear it more towards the muggles because they are the ones that's going to be your biggest sales. You know what I mean? Yeah.
All the shops here have a certain amount of like touristy witch stuff. You have to.
Yeah. Otherwise, you will not survive.
Yeah. We were I was going to mention this earlier. We were talking about, you know, the Christians thinking they're the only religion and all that. You know, I had cause to look this up the other day. And while Christianity is the world's most popular religion, second is Islam, it's only 31%. Only 31% of the world's population is Christian. So they're not even a majority.
No, they're not. That's the part that I've always found amazing. That's kind of like our political sphere as well. The majority thinks one way and a minority rules, which I don't get it. If you're the small percentage, how is that small percentage? Well, it's not necessarily a big, you know, puzzle. Money. If you're a minority, but you also have the most money, then your money speaks more to power. You know, it's not that big of a puzzle, you know, but as a religion, religiously speaking, again, it works the same way. They are the minority religion. They've always been the minority religion, but yet they seem to rule, again, based on their power and their churches. That's how you know, that's why they build these churches, you know, all the Catholics with their big churches and are richer than whatever it is. It's based on that minority holding on or maintaining to the power of their money and their status. That's how they rule, you know. So the majority has to survive around that minority that has that kind of money and power.
Absolutely.
Which does not make sense at all to me.
Yeah. Well, it used to be that the churches couldn't engage in political activity, and I haven't seen a church get busted for that in a very long time. I think Trump...
That's what I don't understand. Yeah. I don't get it, because it distinctly says on your 501c3 exemption that you are not allowed to engage in politics as a church. But that's all they do. They are ruling power as that, and they're not. If they followed the law, if the law was followed, every single one of them would lose their exemption status.
Yep.
Which gains them the monies that they have. If the law was followed to the letter, every single one of them would be out of business. But they can't. But they're not. They're somehow being exempted from that and allowed to do it and get away with it.
Yeah. Well, I remember Trump tried to change that. He tried to make it so they could, but I think he didn't complete the paperwork or forgot to cross T, dot an I. I don't know what, but he didn't complete the process to make it.
Who tried? Who tried?
Trump tried to make it legal for churches to engage in politics, but he didn't finish the process.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
He didn't have to bother doing that because they've been doing that without impunity all the time. You know, yes, they got more blatant and more out and loud during the time of whatever that man's name is. I don't even want to say it.
Yes.
Asshole. I'm sorry. Asshole. Anyways. I'm sorry. I personally knew him and I personally worked for him and he owes me money.
Oh my God.
One of those who personally know him, he still owes me $24,898.24. And I will never forget it, down to the 24 cents. And we are all basically, you know, in a long line of people that sued him and did not get our monies, you know, but he still owes me that money.
You know, I'd put that in my bio. Donald Trump owes me $24,000.
What an asshole he is and how big an asshole, and I can't believe he became the president of this country. But anyways.
All right, let's read the thing. Bring the magic to you. March
Yes.
3rd to the 5th, 2023. Join the world's largest live stream magical conference featuring nearly 100 witches and conjurers on live video from across the globe. Watch classes live and then rewatch on demand as often as you like. WitchCon presenters are the preeminent masters of the magical arts and hail from across the rainbow spectrum of occult and spiritual practices. Registration is limited to 1,000 attendees and includes all live video classes, rituals, and performances, as well as access to the recordings of every class after the event has ended via our on-demand library, so you won't miss a single magical moment. Attendees and fans will love the live shopping in our virtual vendorium featuring powerful ritual tools, signed books, exquisite jewelry, and handmade spellcrafts. Our virtual meet and greet lets attendees and fans alike meet and chat with presenters live on Zoom. Great way to get to know your favorite teachers. WitchCon Online is live streamed on the Hex Education Network on Crowdcast, a web-based platform with no need to download an app. And you know what? I've been reading the same thing. Oh, wait, there it is. I missed that. Registration is limited to 1,000 attendees. So,
yeah, you said that.
Yeah, before Christian left, he told me that we're close to selling out. So, y'all hearing this, you want to get over there to witchcon.com and secure your spot, or you're going to miss it. And then you're going to be bummed. And then I'm going to say, I told you so, and call you a loser. So what are you presenting at WitchCon this year?
I'm presenting a workshop called A Plethora of Candle Spells. And it is, I guess, within the time frame that we have, an hour and 15 minutes. I'll see if I can present all 25 of them, the different spells and things like that, that you can order different types of candles that you can do with the spells. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. Well,
it's just that there's so many different things that people can do, and because we're visually, as human beings, very good with imagination and things like that, the world is unlimited with what we can do.
Absolutely. Well, that sounds good. So how many candle spells was that?
I know, right? 25 different ones.
25.
And I have the different candles here, so I'll be holding it up and telling you how to do it and how to use it and different things. But I doubt I'll be able to go through all 25, so I'll go through as many as I can.
Yeah. Because you got visual aids. That's always good.
Yes, I'll be showing people the different ones. Some I sold out of in the interim, so I'm waiting to get the new supplies, but I'll do the best I can.
Okay, so you mentioned your shop, but you didn't give us an address yet.
Oh, you can go to www.charmed, as in charming, but charmed, ED, by Starr with 2 R's at hotmail.com. Sorry. I feel like I was doing my email, right?
Charmed by...
Yeah, so charmedbystarr.com.
Starr with 2 R's.
2 R's, yes. And, there's, I have a Macari shop, but that's harder to kind of put up or say anything. Or I could send it to you and you could put it up or whatever it is.
Okay.
But other than that, yeah.
Very cool.
And Witches Fest is WITCHS as in Sam, F as in Frank, EST, USA.org. For if you want to attend our event or present or any of those things or perform or any of the things that you'd like to be part of Witches Fest. We enjoy, or come and protect us, Viking style or or Guardian style, because we're not going down. We're not backing down from the Christians. I'm sorry, And when they mention Satan and they call us Satanists, don't forget to tell them that's your bag. You hold on really tight to it because we don't believe in Satan. You believe in him. You created him. You empowered him. Hold on real tight to him. And you guys can praise him, but he's not ours. He's yours.
Absolutely. I tell them that all the time.
Carry it.
Absolutely. I tell them that all the time. So y'all Norse pagans, I know the Norse pagan community, and especially over here on TikTok, you're just itching to, stand toe to toe across from some Christians and yell at them and stuff. So check out Witches Fest or get over there. It's part in person and part digital.
Yes.
You can kind of do both. And then WitchCon is just digital. And you got the same thing at Witches Fest where you can watch them over and over?
Yes. Okay. What we do is we take it and we upload it to Gumroad, and with their codes, they can watch it over and over for as long as they want.
Oh, I didn't know you were doing Gumroad. That's cool.
Yeah. We what we did was because Zoom events would do it. It's a great platform for doing the actual event, but after 7 days, it can't be there anymore. So we then upload it to Gumroad like we did last year with Witches Fest 2022, and people are still watching it. It's all year long. People are still watching because they say they're trying to catch up to all. It was I think it was 99 workshops or 100 and something workshops. So people are still going through watching those workshops. It's almost a year, and some of them are still watching it. So that's good. And so this year, that's what we're going to be uploading it to Gumroad as well.
All right. So you gumroad.com/what? Witches Fest?
Hold on.
Okay.
We haven't uploaded it yet, but for what we've got, hold on, let me go check what it's called. Okay. But you can speak in the meantime while I go look.
Okay. Well, I should also remember to plug our own stuff, y'all. We, if you didn't know, started our own social media app a couple months ago. It's called WitchLens. You can find it on the Apple App Store, and we are working extremely hard to get it on the Android platform. Hopefully soon. They keep telling me any day that I'll be ready, but if you have an Apple product, an iPad, an iPhone, what have you, you can get over there to the App Store, get WitchLens, and we're having a good time over there. It's kind of like Instagram in its infancy before it had video access, but we find ways to do video even though we don't have that. But we're all having a good old time over there, and everybody's getting along. And if they don't get along, they're going to run into me and Marta because we're the admins, and we'll mess them up. So WitchLens, check it out.
Okay.
There you go.
See, Gumroad has this 2-factor authentication, so I have to go back and forth with it. I'm like, no, I'll have to send it to you after. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's so much work just to try to get it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think people probably can search it on Gumroad. Like, look for it. Probably says says Witches Fest. I would think that's probably what you called it, Witches Fest.
Yes. It's called Witches Fest 2022, Witches Fest USA 2022. Mm-hmm. Again, I could always send it to you afterwards.
Okay. No worries. All right. Let's see. Well, I know you were trying to get breakfast, and you thought we were on at a different time. So, got anything else to plug?
Let's see. Charmbystarr.com, which is festusa.com. The Academy of Pagan Studies is WFT.academyofpaganstudies.org. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. festusa.org.com. Did I say .com? I'm not sure.
I think you said org. It was .com for the charm.
.com is the store.
Starr,
and everything else is .org because they're legally 501c3. So.
Yeah, I think you said org. Okay. Well.
Okay, as long as I said the correct thing, it's all good.
All good. Are you teaching the Hex Fest?
Say again?
Are you teaching?
I don't know. I don't think so. Okay. I don't think so. Not this year. Last year I was there at Hex Fest.
Okay. Yeah, I think I saw you. Well.
Are you there this year?
Yeah, I'm there.
Oh, that's good. But yeah, you live in New Orleans.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to get there.
Yeah. We have to come in from New York City, so it's a bit of a hike.
We haven't seen the Catholics since COVID, but they used to show up and protest us every year.
Oh my goodness, they're just too much.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming on, Starr. Great.
No worries.
Great
Thank you
show.
for having me.
And go get some breakfast.
Yes.
All right. Blessed
Thank you.
Blessed be, Starr.
Blessed be. Take care and thanks.
Bye. All right. Starr and Ravenhawk, main organizer of Witches Fest. She's going to be at WitchCon. Also, I should mention in just a couple days, February 1st, my level 1 and level 2 witch school will be restarting. Probably about every other month, a new session starts. You have until the end of February to join. So, if it's not payday on the 1st, don't worry about it. But it's a year-long class, $40 a month. And we learn some serious witchcraft in a way that you're not going to learn from anybody else. You can get over there to gumroad.com/witch school, which is, of course, WITCHSKEWL. Or if you're on TikTok, you just go to my profile, hit the link tree, hit classes, and you'll be there. Not sure if we have anybody scheduled for Widdershins tomorrow or even later today, but we'll see what we've got. I probably got to go to church tomorrow and stuff. So, not the crow for us in the background. Yeah, I put a bunch of peanuts up on the shed, and the crows are coming to get them. So, lots of crows today. So, thanks for joining us on Widdershins. We typically broadcast Wednesdays, at least once a month. No specific Wednesday these days, but lately with the WitchCon marathon, we've been broadcasting every day and sometimes a couple times a day. And then now for 2 days, we've been doing it on YouTube. We've been doing it on TikTok. So if you want to see anything that you missed in the rebroadcast, it's over on YouTube because TikTok doesn't save it. So as soon as I press this button, it'll go poof and disappear. But it'll be over my YouTube and Uncle Birch on YouTube. We're going to play our outro song and get out of here. Let's see what we got. I don't want that song. I don't want that song. Since we're on these new formats, I have to make sure I'm not playing anything that will be copyright infringement or anything. Here we go. Motion. Whoever just joined, you're probably going to want to go over to my YouTube. This broadcast is about Uber. Send me a message to ask me that question or comment on a video. This broadcast's about over here. This was the live broadcast of Widdershins. You can find it on YouTube, Uncle Birch. Yeah, you can find the full broadcast on YouTube. Probably take a half hour to process or 20 minutes or something like that. Yeah, just send me a message if you have a question. I'll be back on TikTok in a few minutes. The Widdershins broadcast is closing. All right, so the audio folks have left the building. Thank you, YouTube, and thank you, TikTok, for being behind the scenes. The Widdershins broadcast. I'll go fix my hair now or something. And we'll be back next time. Follow if you're not following. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and you'll find out when we go live with the Widdershins broadcast again. Thank you, and merry meet, merry parts, merry meet again, y'all. And